Hello everyone, welcome to our new series on solving Snowflake practice problems on Frosty Friday. So in this series we will go through all the weekly challenges and I will just help you guys on how I solve the questions, right? So today let us begin with week number one, basic external stages, right? Let's click on week one basic. So for anyone who don't know what external stages are, what's the difference between external stages and internal stages, user stage, table stage. So I will cover those basic principles later down the line, but for now, we're here just to solve the questions, right? So what's it saying here is Frosty Friday, your benevolent employer has an S3 bucket that is filled with CSV data dumps, right? The data is needed for analysis. Your task is to create an external stage and load the CSV files directly from that stage into a table. So we have only given this URL here, right? This is your S3 bucket URL. So I'm just going to copy this and paste into our worksheet here, yeah? Let me quickly select the database. I'm just going to select Frosty on the public, right? So public is the schema, Frosty is the database. So first things first, what you're going to do is you want to create an external stage, right? So this is your external stage, right? Your URL. So in order to create a stage is you say something like create or replace stage and name your stage, let's say Frosty Friday 1, right? And then down below, you just give your URL like this, right? Let me just wrap this around with, with literals. So let me just do that. Something like this, yeah? All right, end with a semicolon, run this. So you can see that your stage area Frosty Friday 1 has successfully been created. So next thing is I want to see what's within this bucket, right? What are the CSV files or how many CSV files are in the single bucket, right? So I'm gonna do is list at Frosty Friday underscore 1. That's how you invoke a stage, right? So you can see that I have 3 CSV files. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is, in order to see the content within the CSV files, what I'm going to do is Snowflake has something called, you know, a metadata file name, metadata file row number, all the sorts, right? So I'm going to play around with this external stage files, right? So I'm going to do select $1, $2, right? $3. It doesn't matter how many, yeah? I'm just going to see what's in there, right? So I'm going to do is from this bucket here, right? So I'm gonna run this. So yeah, I can see it has only one, let's say, one column, right? So it was just give me that. So it doesn't have any other columns in here, right? So it's just only one. So I'm gonna do is select that, and then what I'm gonna do is just get the file name. So in order to get the file name is metadata $file name, metadata $file row number. Yeah, something like that. Just run that, and you will get something looking like this, right? So you have all the CSV files, you have all the volume on the end, and you have all the information, right? So what I'm gonna do is just gonna create a file format, right? Now I can see the contents within the files. So I'm going to create a file format. So in order to create a file format, is create or replace. So create or replace file format. So I'm just gonna call it my format, right? And then next line I'm going to say what's the type, right? So this is going to be a CSV type, and since this is a CSV, I want to skip the headers, right? Skip header equals 1, something like this, yeah? This is how you create a file format. Now next, what I'm going to do is create a table, right? So we create a stage, we created the file format, now we have to create a table, right? Again, we do create or replace table. So we call this table CSV week 1, for example. And then I'm gonna do let's just create 3 columns, right? As you can see here, the output is gonna be similar to this. I'm just gonna create 3 columns, right? I'm just gonna call the first column message. So I'll just put this as voucher. Let's just keep everything a voucher for now. I'm just gonna call this file name voucher, and the third column row count, right? Something like this, just voucher. Now I'm gonna run this and the semicolon. Oh, my bad. It should be voucher here. Okay, CSV week 1 table has been created, and then what I'm gonna do is use the copy into function, right? So in order to use the copy into, you must understand that you have to create a stage, you have to create a file format, you have to create a table. Once you have created all of them, now you're ready to copy into the table. So copy into, so table name, which is CSV week 1, from this select step. It's like a subquery, right? You're just gonna put this in here. So obviously open up the brackets, so something like that, or parentheses. And then I'm gonna do is file format equals my format, and end of a semicolon. Let's run this. So it told me, I mean, this is just telling me basically it's just been loaded, right? So just want to see what it looks like. So select from CSV week 1. Yeah. All right. Now I can see that it right now total empty. Calculation I've gotten. Okay, something. Let's see. Okay, we have null and total empty. I don't need these two to be in my final table. What you can do is you can delete them manually, or I can show you something else. If you see the file format here, right? Because this is specifically for this task. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another condition here, null if, right? So I'm going to do something like null, eradicate all the nulls, plus totally empty, something like this, right? So these 2 records will be removed, right? So I'm gonna do something like this, run. Again, what I'm gonna do is, I mean, you don't have to do that. I'm just create a table again and just copy into this table, right? It's loaded. Let's see what it's good look like. Right, congratulations, you have gotten it right. Basically, just, I mean, let me just order this by file name. This file name, file underscore name. You have gotten it right. Congratulations. Something like that, right? So yeah, that's how you do the first challenge. Yes, there are many methods you can do. You don't have to do the same way I've done. There's n number of, different methods you can do in order to get the same answer. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.